Hi guys, Kimberly here from Smart Kids Educational Club, coming to you today with some hacks for online learning. So let's jump into what online learning is and how these hacks will help you. So, firstly, online learning takes place over the internet. It can be either virtual via video conferencing or online via LMS like Google Classroom or Edmodo. Your new online classes are most likely going to be delivered via both methods. Today, we're going to focus on classes that occur via video conferencing, or which are also referred to as a virtual classes. So, some of the benefits of a virtual class: you get access to your teacher, so you can talk to your teacher face to face. You can ask questions and get feedback one time from your teacher. If you have a problem with a particular thing that you're going through, you can speak to them one time and get feedback on it. You get to interact with your peers, your classmates, and I know at this time we miss being with our friends, we miss having chats with them, so you get to see them and be in class with them. And lastly, it really replicates your real life classroom, so virtual classes are very beneficial. So the first tip we have for you is lighting. Now, lighting is very important for your virtual classroom. So once you have set up a room that you're planning to have your virtual classes in, and you are confident that this is a quiet place that you can work in, you want to make sure that the lighting in there is really good. So you should set up with a wall behind you, a nice bright wall behind you, and a window in front of you so that it brings light onto you. Now, seeing each other in your virtual classroom, it does help and make the class more lively and makes it really good to work with. So think about having good lighting. Tip number two is an audio tip. For your virtual learning and your virtual classroom, we recommend that you use a headphone with a mic as much as possible. Now, if you're using a headphone is gonna block out all the noise and distractions that you have going on around you. So in case your parents are talking, your siblings are fighting in the background, your dogs are barking, your chickens are making noise, it's gonna block out all that sound, and you could only and it makes you focus on your teacher or your classmates in your classroom. But even if you don't have a headset, we also recommend that you find a quiet place away from all these distractions. So, if you have a bedroom that you can go into, you can lock the door or put up a sign saying that, do not disturb me, I have a class in session. That would work really well because you want to be able to hear your teacher and you want your teacher to be able to hear you. Tip number three: be aware of new class rules. These class rules may be that your camera must always be on. Some schools, it's mandatory that you put your camera on when you come to your virtual classroom, so pay attention to that rule. Also, mute your mic when you're not talking. If you're not talking to your teacher while class is going on, it's important to mute your mic just in case your parent comes in and asks you a question. If you're answering them, your whole classroom doesn't hear your answer, right? So just mute your mic unless you have to speak to your teacher. Also, some schools, it is mandatory or they require you to wear your school uniform in your virtual classrooms. So you want to just double check with your school if you have to wear your school uniform or not. And finally, another tip to be aware of is to not walk around with your laptop while you're in your virtual classroom. It's disrespectful to the people in your household. We want to respect people's privacy as much as possible while we're in our virtual classroom. So just stay to one particular place where you're having your class and not walk around with your laptop. If you need to be excused from the class, just let your teacher know that you're going to the washroom or whatever. Leave your laptop where it is and walk away and come back. Tip number four is engagement. Now, you want to treat your virtual class like you would your in person class, meaning you want to stick to a schedule. If you want to get up, you want to comb your hair, you want to get dressed in your uniform, or just get dressed for your day, you're going to treat it like you would your in person class. Also, want to limit the distractions by closing off all unrelated tabs on your laptop. Any tabs or apps that can cause distraction. If you have Minecraft running, close it down. If you have WhatsApp on your laptop, close it down. Any tabs that's not school related, you want to close them down. You can reopen them after class. You also want to sit away from other family members. If you have siblings and they're also doing school, you want to sit away from them if they're also doing online classes. It can be very distracting when they're talking to their teacher about a math sum and you're trying to talk to your teacher about Spanish or English or some other subjects. So you want to try to distance yourself from them, find your own personal space to work with. Also, you want to sit at a table or a desk. You do not want to sit on your bed during a virtual or online class. You can fall asleep. It does not look good for your classmates to see you in bed for your virtual classroom. So get a desk. If you have to use the living room desk, make sure you have a headset that can keep out the noise and keep out the distraction as much as possible. Finally, tip 5, stick to a schedule. Now, the best schedule to stick to is your in-person school schedule. You're normally waking up early, having breakfast and heading to school. You want to stick to that schedule. You want to get up, have a shower, comb your hair for school, put your uniform on, put clothes on, go have breakfast, which is a very important meal of the day. So go do those things and stick to that schedule as much as possible. Stick to your in-person school schedule as much as possible. And those are our 5 hacks / tips, guys. Have proper lighting, have great audio, be aware of new class rules, engagement, and stick to a schedule. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Be sure to share it with your friends so that they can have a successful virtual learning experience as well. Bye.